Ooh, it's cold in here. There we go. That's better. Oh, a little brighter, a little brighter, a little brighter. Right about, it's looking pretty good. Right about there. Control your lights from your smart device. It's pretty cool, right? Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. So what I got for you guys today is the GVM G100. GVM stands for Great Video Maker, and what this is, it's a bicolor LED video light. It's a really high quality unit. I've been wanting one of these for a really long time and finally got one. I'm going to go over that in this video. I'm going to show you how to set this light up. I'm going to show you how it works. And it actually comes as a kit with this lantern style softbox. As you can see here, I'm going to show you how to set that up. And it just attaches to the light. It comes with a light stand and everything. So this is a really nice kit. It goes for about $290 or so. And I'm going to show you how it works, how to set it up. And I'm also going to show you how to set up the app on your smart device so you can control the lights easily. It works really well, as you just saw. So let's just get right into it. All right, so it comes in this nice box here, like so. It's a fairly large box. Inside the box, you have this black bag, as you can see here. And that contains the light and also the protective bayonet. And then this other box here is where the little softbox umbrella type thing is and light stand. So let me show you what it looks like inside this bag. And it's a pretty nice bag. It's got good zippers and it's padded. Now inside the bag you could see the light, like so. And then the light has some weight to it. It weighs about 4 pounds. So it's actually significantly heavier than I was anticipating. And you know, it's a decent size, as you can see it in my hands there. It's got a pretty nice build to it. Mostly plastic. Got a bunch of knobs on the back, a couple switches, power outlet, and then you got the handle to tighten like the neck on it so you can adjust the angle. I'll just put that down for a second. And then of course we have the power cord. A couple little pamphlets in there, a little instruction manual. And then here is the protective bayonet there that you can throw on the light if you're not using the softbox. And here's the other box. Open that up, and inside there is where the softbox, lantern style softbox is, and also the light stand. And as you can see, the softbox has a nice little bag as well. So just taking a little closer look here, we have the light, and then of course we have the power cord, we got the light stand, and then we have this bayonet thing that goes on the front of the light if you're not using the softbox. And then there's the little flexible softbox and the, chassis for the softbox. Now throwing on the cover for the softbox is pretty straightforward. You basically just, you can unvelcro a couple of those little sleeves on the end there to give you more room. And then you just basically, put it on top, throw it over there like this, and just slide it down. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to flip it over. So you're going to want to line it up so the front lines up with the little pad on the bottom of the light. And then all you do is you push it down, and it actually has like a hook there, and you hook it onto the bottom. And that like locks it into this shape. And then what you're going to want to do is Velcro the top to tighten it up. And then you're going to want to also slide the ribs there. You're going to want to align the ribs to the seams of the softbox, which I will do in a second. So you can see some of them are out of alignment. So you just have to basically pull the little ribs around and they'll pop into place. I'll show you that in a second. Then you have the light stand here. Very straightforward. You just unscrew that, loosen it, and then the legs will swing around, which is a very nice feature. I like that because you can actually fold it up much more compact than you would be able to otherwise. And then you just tighten that. You want to spread them out pretty good, but I was limited space here when I was doing this quick demonstration. And then you can just loosen up the knobs and adjust that to the height that you need. Again, very straightforward stuff here. And then you basically just loosen the little set screw there, and you can put that over the top like so. And then you just tighten that down. And then you can adjust the angle of the light itself, and you can crank that other lever to lock it at whatever angle you want. So the next thing you're going to want to do is attach the softbox. And it's got these little lock knobs, like little insets there. And you can see on the speed ring here, it also has those little nubs. Now those line up. There's 3 of them. Very, very simple. You just line those up to the light, and then you turn it clockwise, and it'll lock into place. There's a little lock lever on the top of the light as well. You could just see it just locked in there. I just pointed to it. That's the little lock lever that will lock the speed ring in place. And then again, you can adjust the height and tighten it up, and then it'll lock in place like so. And that's basically what it looks like when you have it all together. Now again, remember, you need to align the ribs to the seam like so. See how I'm doing it right here? You just got to align those ribs up to the seams to get the proper shape of the softbox. And that's pretty much all there is to it. And at that point, pretty much plug her in. So here I'm just plugging the power cord in. And then all you got to do is flip the switch on. And you can see it's got this cool LCD screen, so you can see the actual power and temperature. And you can see here I'm changing the color temperature of the light, which is great because then you could match the ambient lighting in your scene with that variable temperature. One other thing I wanted to show you is right here you can put an umbrella in there, and there's a lock knob. So that's a nice little option that this light has as well. You can put umbrellas on there if you don't want to use the softbox. Now when it comes to setting up the app, if you're using a Samsung, you're just going to go to the Google Play Store. It's called the GVM Easy app. And you're just going to download that. And then what you're going to do when you open it up, you're going to have to put an email in there and a password. So just, put your email and password. Now you got to make sure you select the single and double light there. Click save, and then you got to click allow. And you know the deal. Pretty much all these apps you got to do that. So now the app is trying to connect to the light, but it can't connect to the light because you have to connect to the Wi-Fi that the light is providing. Once the light is on, you'll have the GVM LED Wi-Fi option. So go in there, and what you're going to do is you're going to enter the GVM password, which is GVM_admin. And then you just click the connect button. And then you can go back to the app, and it'll tell you that you're not, you might not have internet connection on this Wi-Fi network. You might get that prompt. And then now when you click on the app, it's going to be connected. It'll try to connect, and you can see it's connecting. And now it just connected. You see that? So now that the app is connected, you can actually turn the light on and off using the app. Really awesome feature. And then you can adjust the color temperature from warm to cool, depending on what your ambient temperature is. And you can also adjust the power of the light from the app. It's really cool. It's super convenient because especially if you have the light up against a wall like I do, it's much easier to control from the app and turn it on and off. I always have to reach behind to turn the switch on my other light. It's a pain in the butt. So now I'm just using this app. And once you have it set where you want, depending on, your scene, you don't really have to mess with these settings. But, it's just nice the way it works. Very convenient. All right, so I just wanted to do a quick audio test so you can hear how loud the fan is when using a shotgun mic like I'm using. So the mic is directional and it's aimed at me. The light is like 2 feet, 3 feet maybe at most behind where the microphone is. So I can actually almost touch the front of the lantern. I'm touching it right now. That's how close it is to me. So the mic is fairly close to the light itself, just for reference. So I'm going to show you another angle of how I have the studio set up so you can see that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the light to full power and turn it to lower power so you can actually hear the ambient audio that the light produces. And then also I will show you quickly on the computer how you can use the noise reduction to get rid of that ambient noise that the light does produce. So let's check that out real quick. All right, so I'm just going to be quiet now so you can hear. Ready? That's at 57% power. That's at 100% power. And that's at 10% power. It's pretty much silent at 10%. And right about here is where I need it. It's about 55% power. It really depends on, how close the light is to you and how bright. In my case, the background's really bright right now. So I have to have the light a little more powerful in order to not have that background like blow out like crazy. So right about there is 55%. And then here's what it sounds like when you apply the noise reduction. See, it just goes away. So it's not that big of a deal, but it does produce a little bit of noise. All right, so here I am in Final Cut Pro, and I just wanted to show you how to apply that noise reduction to cancel out the fan noise, in this case, on the light. So what you need to do is just select a clip that you want once it's in your timeline. And then if you go up here, you can click on the right here. You got the video, you have your color board, and then you have this little audio icon. And then if you scroll down, you have noise reduction or noise removal, it's called. So you just check that, and that will get rid of the noise for you. It does slightly alter the way your voice sounds, but it's fairly minimal and not that big of a deal, in my opinion, at the end of the day. Unless you A and B it, you really can't really tell. So you can also analyze the audio right here by hitting this button, and that'll create some other adjustments. And then you can then add loudness if you want to like boost some of the audio and stuff like that. But that's basically how you do the noise removal. It's really that simple. And Final Cut Pro is an amazing program, but pretty much any video editing program for the most part will have some kind of noise reduction for the audio or noise removal, and that's how you do it. So at the end of the day, I'm really happy with this kit so far. I wish it was silent. You know, it does give off a little bit of noise, but like I was just saying, it's really not that big of a deal. And I'm very happy with the way the lighting works. It's very compact and portable, so it's easy to bring on location and pack up and stuff like that. So, and it's also fairly affordable considering, and the fact that it gives off no heat relative to my other impact setup is really the big seller for me. And that's what I really wanted more than anything, was like that no heat, because that hot light in your face sucks, and you don't have that problem with a light like this. So GVM makes a bunch of different lighting options out there. I really hope you guys got what you were looking for in this quick review, and I hope the setup and stuff goes smoothly for you. If you have any questions, be sure to ask me in the comments below. So far, I'm very happy with the light. I've been using it now for about a week or two, and I'm very happy with it. Other than the noise, like it does give off a little bit of noise, that fan, and that's worth noting. If you need a dead silent light, you're gonna have to get a more expensive unit than this one. But the ambient noise that this produces really isn't that big of a deal, like I was saying, and it's pretty easy to correct. And otherwise, I really enjoy the light. I like the fact that I can change the color temperature to match the ambient color temperature, and that's a very powerful feature, and it's great for color accuracy and things like that, especially when you're shooting stuff like food or models, whatever the case may be. So if you guys have any questions, be sure to ask below the video, and also below the video in the description area will be all the links to the various gear that I'm using in my reviews, and also of course the GVM G100W light that I reviewed in this particular video. So I'll catch up with you guys next time. Please have a great day, and you take care out there, all right?